Today, I was reflecting on the ideas of wanting to be free and wanting freedom. And I hear these terminologies used a lot in my friend Facebook. We're free. We're only free from this. We're only free from that. And I've been doing a lot of work around shadows and things like that. And it struck me to the old stories of, you know, the song, Let My People Go and freedom, bondage, and that we're only slaves to those things, and you know, we only give power to those things that we think we need to give power to, and that we need to focus on, and we're not truly free from those things until we let them go and give up, stop giving power and power struggles to them. I work with kids, and we've been talking a lot in trainings about power struggles and how not to get into them. And it struck me today that we do the same things in our lives. Like, I get nervous about making videos. It's just, I, you know, I don't want to sound, I talk too fast, whatever it is that, you know, I talk too fast, nobody understands what I'm saying. And what I've gotten through that is that I need to share from what I believe. You know, taking my hand out of my mouth, whatever, just not doing that, but just share from the heart, and whatever I say comes out. And it's the magic of being in the moment is that you don't necessarily have to say the most brilliant, powerful messages. Sometimes you have to speak from the heart. And I think going back to that, you know, giving power slavery mentality, being a slave to my thoughts and my ideas and my power and carrying my cross. For years, I felt I had to carry the world on my shoulders because I did these things, these bad, evil things, and I wasn't going to be forgiven for any of them until I carried them. And then what I've learned is that's not what's supposed to happen. For example, I love what I do, and I used to love what I did before. But I would just go to work and go, oh my God, I did this wrong today. I did this wrong. I did this wrong. And I've been in conversations with people like, oh my God, this school year is going to be the worst. It's going to be and it's just, what struck me about it is that that's just another, like I call them shadow, I believe. Oh my God, it's going to be the worst. And yet, my school year, I don't have kids yet, but my school year started out pretty calmingly peaceful. We went training all week, and I got to see people I haven't seen in a long time. I got to be a part of that. I think for me, it's how much power do I want to give to the negativity. It's a big thing like that, man, ain't it? Just like that, giving the power to the negativity. Not calling myself out on my own bullshit and saying type swing, but calling myself out on that stuff and being able to go, wow, there's a head game up here. And, I still think it's going to be a challenge school year. But I want to approach it differently than I usually do. And I have been. By not only thinking about it this much. And then everything else, working on the blog, working on the up show, whatever it is. Finding creative network where my brain goes, I don't think about that today. That's not my problem. This is my issue. And every time I've gotten worried about it, it just seems to melt away because I'm focused more on what's going on in here, the hut. I think that's what the key to the healing process of this school year is going to be, is our huts. Not up here going, oh, we know the science of this, we know the science of that, we know the science of. I said in one of my posts a long time ago, we can put mask on, take mask off, but we're still hiding ourselves right here. I'm just as guilty. I hide. Why? Because I want to feel protected. I want to feel safe. But the truth is, as Helen Keller says it so well, she's a really great speaker and a really good book. She talks about the idea that you can hide all you want. You can see, you can be not. She was blind, and you can see absolutely everything and still be blind to what's in front of you. And I think that's what I got this morning, is that I could be seriously see everything and still be blind to what's in front of me. That I don't, my lenses are this big, and instead of being this big, and spiritual blindness and blindness in the sense of not being awakened is a scary thought, because oh my God, what if, and it just, when you take a deep breath and you go, okay, we got the moment now. I don't have to go back to school until Wednesday. I have a whole 4-day weekend. And I could worry about, oh my God, what the kids can think. I still do. But what can I do is change who I am and begin this really slow process of being there for the kids and really listening to what they need and want. I think it's scary for us. Think about them for a second. They're, they've been on computers and worried about what adult things that adults have been worried about, and that's pretty scary stuff. Even for us to worry about, and it's just fighting, and life is tense and whatever. And yet, what if we just took that ball of knowledge in our own lives and carried that message to everybody? That love, the answer, compassion, joy, and stop worrying about that other stuff. The stuff we worry about, masking, schools, whatever it is. It's different for everybody. Some people, politics, and what I learned about, for me, is my politics for me, because it just makes me crazy. But I read it because I studied it. But it's just like, wait, you should put it down, and be able to focus on, what am I feeling right here today, in the moment? Where am I sad? Where am I happy? Where am I joy? I think we could solve so many problems if we stop focusing on whatever that is and focus on right now, in the moment, in conversations with people. And could you imagine what that'd be like? The joy of a moment of being with somebody, just to be with them. I know some people, family members died, whatever they died, and they don't get a chance to have those conversations anymore. And just think of the beauty of that conversations you could have now with somebody going, I love you, I respect you, I'm sorry I treated you like X, Y, and Z years ago. But let's try to make this work in the now. The pandemic taught me that the now is so crucial to a relationship with people and healing. And that the now brings us into this paradox of beauty. I am so afraid of sharing my voice with people. But if I don't, people are not going to hear what I have to say. That je ne sais quoi value thing. And yet, sometimes the most important voice is the one who is so scared to speak. They speak the clearest, and they tell you the message that you need to hear today. And sometimes I need to hear my own messages. And sometimes those messages resonate. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't hear it right now, but I need to hear it. And for me, it's taking those little dark shadow corners and shedding light on it and going, that's not so scary today. And only in a moment when we do that, when we go, that's not so scary. It's when we start looking at the bigger picture going, oh my God, I gotta finish this, and this by this deadline. And it's just like in the now. That's where the beautiful things happen. And with these kids, they need to be in the now. I can't cheer them from everything, but I can cheer them in the now. I can teach them how to be ready for when the things get really scary and tight. We can go outside. We can do projects. We can talk about stuff. We can, I created a calming space for the class I'm in because they're going to need that right now. I'm going to need it every once in a while. And just to know to take a deep breath and go, it's going to be okay. We'll get through this. Adults need to hear that. And I'm here to kind of tell you, it's going to be okay. And it's okay to also worry about other stuff too, like this, and this. But we can't let it own us. And we would never truly be free unless we are willing to open up our hearts and let go of what that still blocks us today. I'm learning that lesson. It's very saddening, frightening, but loving too. I can only let go of things that block us, things that we can utterly control. The beauty of us is that we can be truly free when we allow ourselves to let go of still those things that still tie us together, those cords and attachments that we still carry because we feel we still need them today. Being free to me means being heart-centered, being in the now, and not giving power to the negative. Oh my God, this will happen next week, or the school year is going to be this. I have no idea. But when I'm willing to be open to that, I have no idea what the school year is going to be like. That's freedom. That's me putting it down and saying, I'm going to lay this sword down today. I'm going to lay down this, carry my sword of hope and freedom and love, and just keep shining that light. Thank you.